Welcome back to Cryptos Are Us. I'm George. We're all George. We are hundreds away from breaking into new territory. Bitcoin nears all-time high of $69,000. Things have been absolutely bonkers, crazy. There was hysteria today. And you know what? The night is not over. So let's talk about what's going on today. Where we were just a week ago and where we are now. And let me give you some top 2024 crypto predictions. Today was just absolutely insane and it is not over. So let's do this. Welcome, guys. Look at where Bitcoin is right now. I believe this morning when I was streaming, we're like 65,000-ish. We are now 68,300. We topped out at 68.8. We were only $100 away from all-time high. But you know what? We still have a chance. It's 68.3 right now. To put things into perspective, guys, you know, because crypto land moves so fast. To put things in perspective, today is March 4th. A week ago was can't talk. I was going to say November. I don't know where that came from. February 26th. You know where Bitcoin was February 26th? Over here. Bitcoin was at $51,000. We went from $51,000 to $68,000 within one single week, guys. One single week. That's how fast things are moving. I told you guys even in my Sunday video. I think this week is going to be fantastic, especially if Grayscale and Genesis stops selling. And apparently they did. That's why we started moving. And today's only Monday, guys. We still have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If you're not feeling the FOMO, you're not feeling the excitement, I don't know what is going to make you feel excited. I mean, CNBC front page, Bitcoin top 68,000. Okay, nears all-time high. Front page of CNBC. MicroStrategy, new 52-week high today, plus 23%. You got Coinbase, new 52-week high today, up 11% with another 4%. And here we go. Bitcoin surpassed silver in overall market cap. That's right. I was talking about this morning. I'm like, it's going to happen. It happened. Bitcoin is now bigger than the entire market cap of all silver in existence in the world. Think about that. That is a monumental occasion. We have not seen this long at all. In 2021, we were at 68,000 maybe for like a few days. We did not stay above 68,000 very, very long. Okay, and now we are working ourselves up from number 8 all the way to possibly not number 1, but number 2 this cycle. But who knows? If things get really nutty, who knows? Let's just aim for number 1. But I don't think that's going to be the case. But you know what? You know who's going to try to make it happen for us? Michael Saylor announces $600 million private offering of senior notes. Guess why? Because Michael Saylor wants to buy more Bitcoin. Michael Saylor loves to buy at top because he does not care. He will keep on buying. And Peter Schiff, who has sat out so many cycles, he was introduced Bitcoin back in 2012 by Max Kaiser. He refused to believe, refused to recognize that Bitcoin is the greatest asset on the planet, much better than gold, and has dissed it forever. And he's still calling Michael Saylor an insane person, okay? And he says he will captain MicroStrategy into bankruptcy. Sounds like someone is super, super jealous. Michael Saylor is wealthier. MicroStrategy is a much bigger company than Shift Gold. And Michael Saylor is getting all the attention. No one cares about Peter Schiff anymore because he's been wrong and wrong and wrong and wrong some more about Bitcoin. At this point, he's a lost cause and no one should care. But he wants to stay relevant by trying to chime in and trying to get engagement from Michael Saylor, who doesn't even care about Shift these days. He doesn't even respond to him because it's pointless. But we will have another $600 million flowing to Bitcoin, and who knows who else is buying. Today, we had such great FOMO that Coinbase again shut down. But today, when Coinbase shut down, it wasn't as disastrous as before. But still, Coinbase needs to get their act together. When people want their crypto, they don't want to see an outage. Coinbase better be spending 24/7 on beefing up their infrastructure. Go spin up some more AWS nodes, whatever they need to do. They cannot stop the bull run. Everyone is going to be FOMOing in from here on out. You could just see it with the meme coins, right? So Coinbase hopefully gets their act together and we don't see any more outages, because usually before outage, you see like a parabolic rise, and then after outage, it starts dumping down because there's just so much FOMO. There's so much FOMO into Coinbase, and they just need to spend whatever they need to do, whatever they need, whatever amount they need to get their act together, because people want their Bitcoin, people want their crypto. Look at the outages reported in the last 24 hours. Obviously, start skyrocketing because of the outages, right? So, yeah. Okay, outside of Coinbase, today's ETF volume, sky high. Okay, it's virtually, second or the biggest, whatever. It is just absolutely huge. Tomorrow, we will get the official numbers, okay? But we know it's going to be large. We know it's going to be absolutely enormously large numbers. So supposedly Fidelity inflowed $405 million. That's just one entity. BlackRock, maybe they inflowed $800 million today. I don't know. And then you have the others. Tomorrow we'll see the numbers. But these numbers will only get bigger. I've told you guys, they're like a multiplier. They will amplify the effects. You know why? Because they're taking a whole lot of Bitcoin out of circulation. That drives the prices higher. That causes more FOMO, which drives the price even higher. And then it just keeps on rotating. Okay, basically you have endless perpetual buying, and it's just go keep driving Bitcoin higher. I know some people are still waiting for some kind of catastrophic drop. I just don't see it when the ETFs are buying hundreds of millions, and possibly today, maybe they bought $1 billion. And it's not going to stop. When Bitcoin breaks 69,000, we head into 70,000. This is not just going to automatically stop. Bitcoin is the fastest horse in the race. All institutions, all funds, public trade companies, private companies, they're all watching Bitcoin right now. And watch mainstream media. After we break 70,000, mainstream media is going to go nuts. Absolutely bonkers for Bitcoin and crypto content. Just wait. You'll see it. And you're going to have every family member, every friend asking you about Bitcoin and memes soon. Just watch. If it hasn't happened already, it will start happening very, very soon. And all of this is happening a month and a half before the halving event. I don't know if you guys realize how significant that is. This has never, ever, ever, ever happened before. We have never broken into a new high before the halving event. Not even close. We are months upon months ahead of schedule. And again, caused by the ETFs. Stanford even admitted that they bought Bitcoin at 45K. So you got everyone FOMOing in. They may not publicly disclose it, but everyone is FOMOing in right now. And look at the number of entities with over 1,000 Bitcoin skyrocketing upwards right now. Again, everyone is FOMOing in. This is an unstoppable train. Unstoppable train. All right, last two things about Bitcoin. Number one, where is it going to head? Are we going to break that 69,000 barrier? Yes. Where's the next stop? According to Titan Crypto, we're going to probably bounce to about 71.8, and then we'll find a point where we may stall a little bit, consolidate a little bit. Okay, that's one opinion. Another opinion is we are now heading upwards. We're in that parabolic rise. And this is according to this parabolic curve step formation that we're on our way to base 4, which is 120,000, which means we're not going to stop. We're just going to keep on going until we hit 120,000. Then we're going to rest a little bit. And then we're going to go higher towards $200,000. Okay? So you got different opinions. But I do know this. After 70,000, we will be in unknown territory. Things will get really confusing. TA analysts won't know what to do because there's no prior history or data, right? So it's going to be absolutely wild. FOMO will be in the air, and you know, it'll be really interesting to see. And I think if it's not going to happen tonight, it's going to happen tomorrow. It's going to happen tonight or tomorrow. You choose, okay? It may happen today. I think it will happen today, either during my stream or after my stream. We are literally hundreds of dollars away from all-time high. So it's going to happen today or tomorrow. And if it happens tonight, tomorrow, you're going to see FOMO unlike anything you have ever seen from Wall Street. And I can't imagine where Bitcoin could be tomorrow. I can't even draw. Like I said, TA goes out the window. I can't draw you the next resistance because there is none. We have never been higher than 69,000. It's 68,990 to be exact. We don't know where it's going to go. Tomorrow, we could just end up going to 80,000 straight because there's so much FOMO. We really don't know at this point. And that's what's amazing about it. And those of you guys, again, that stuck around, that's been DCAing, you might have felt foolish holding from 69,000 all the way down to 16,000, but had you been DCAing along the way, and even when we start recovering till now, you're not feeling foolish anymore. You're rolling in the gains right now. Rolling in the gains. And there will be more. You'll be like Scrooge McDuck in a vault of Bitcoin, right? So that's what's coming, guys. That's what's coming. All right. Now, outside of Bitcoin, let me give you some projects that haven't been moving, that are absolutely fantastic. Let me give you some predictions. I know you guys love predictions. People love to ask me, where is this going to end up in 2024 or 2025? How high do you think this is going to go, right? Like, do you think it hit this number or that number and everything? Let's talk about it. Let's start out with a big one right here, okay? Let's just go straight. I have some things prepared, others I don't. Let's talk about Ethereum. A lot of you guys are ETH guys, okay? You believe in Vitalik. You want to know where ETH is going to head. ETH has been underperforming versus Bitcoin, especially like today. We got 3,600 Bitcoin. Its previous high was 4,800. Still a ways off, right? But seeing how Bitcoin is already near all-time high, how come Ethereum isn't near all-time high? Well, because Ethereum has a lot of competitors now, and it still hasn't solved scaling. But that doesn't mean it can't go higher. It will. So in my opinion, Ethereum still has ways to go. They're coming out the new upgrade soon, the Denkun upgrade, which will help its layer 2s get more efficient and faster and cheaper. That could help it. And of course, when FOMO comes back and we're in parabolic season, NFTs will get hot again, and the memes on ETH will get hot again. And you know what? ETH will go higher. So, in my opinion, I think ETH could end up anywhere from about 12,000 to 15,000 this cycle. Okay. I don't know if it's by the end of 2024, but I would say by the end of this cycle, we could easily see Ethereum be around 12,000 to 15,000. I think that's really doable. It may be a little conservative, but we will see. So that's number one, Ethereum. Number two is Solana. I love Solana. They are growing by leaps and bounds. Their metrics are awesome. Number of users, volume, TVL, just continue to go up and up and up each and every day. And right now, if you're into memes, you know all the hottest memes are on Solana. They had a couple crazy airdrop projects that have been super successful, like Jupiter and Jitto. And there will be more airdrops too. And their phones are selling out like crazy because of the airdrops. Saga 1 sold out. Saga 2, you got to wait years for it, right? Very bullish on Solana. I think they can hit about $1,000 by the end of this year. And who knows, maybe 2,000 or 3,000 by the end of this cycle, by the end of 2025. I think that's realistic. I think that's very realistic. Okay, so that's Solana. Next up, let's talk about Arbitrum, one of the bigger L2s for Ethereum. Okay, now they started their new direction, which is to come out with other chains like L3s, right? Zai is the very first L3 on top of Arbitrum, but ultimately Arbitrum is meant to scale Ethereum, and they have a huge community. They have a lot of TVL, the biggest for any L2 out there. And I don't think that's going to stop. And they will probably get upgraded by the Denkun upgrade in a significant way, which will help them get even stronger, right? So I think Arbitrum is going to do very well this cycle. And it's not just them. There's a lot of other layer 2s out there. A lot of layer 2s out there. But I could see Arbitrum doing at least a 10x this cycle. But honestly, a lot more than that. I think they could do a 10x just in 2024 alone, which will put them around $20 by the end of 2024. And then go possibly do a 2 or 3x in 2025, which will put them at what? $400 by the end of this cycle? I mean, I could see that happen. I could see that happen. If you guys think these prices are crazy, right? You haven't lived through 2021 or 2017. A lot of crypto went up 10x, 20x, 50x within a matter of months, not entire years. Within a matter of months, we have seen that. And this cycle is very different because the alts are much stronger this cycle. Way stronger this time around than previous cycles. That's why I think they're going to be doing very well. Another one is Avalanche. Avalanche is another L1. Really focused on games. They're not exclusive to games. They're also working with enterprises. They want to onboard enterprises and help them create subnets. But they also help games and gaming chains to create subnets as well, right? And they're upgrading too. I forgot what their upgrade is called. They're going to upgrade themselves and make themselves a whole lot faster as well, right? So I think Avalanche is going to do very well this cycle. I think from $42 going up to possibly $300, $350, $400 by the end of 2024. Pretty easy the way we're moving right now. And then end in 2025 doing another 2-3x more. So that would put them what, $800 territory, $900 territory by the end of 2025. Again, may seem outrageous, but a lot of these are still pretty far off from their previous high. And Avalanche is one of them. So I can certainly see that happen. Another great project is Chainlink. Chainlink, the biggest oracle in this space. You can't imagine how many DeFi projects or chains in general that depend on Chainlink. And now they have more, they're even better. They have more reason they have more reason to like that because they introduced CCIP, which is basically a bridging interoperability layer, right? You got real world companies utilizing Chainlink. You got decentralized projects utilizing Chainlinks. You got everyone using Chainlink, okay? And they are by far the biggest oracle out there. Chainlink is absolutely huge, but again, like the many others I've mentioned, Chainlink could easily hit 200 by the end of this year and possibly hit 400, 500 by the end of this cycle. They are that important and they have great, great potential. Yes, they have great potential. Last two, let me just talk about real quick. Beam, also a standout project. Really made a name for themselves last year and this year, focused on games. Some of the biggest AAA games that you have heard of that's in this space is on top of Beam. They are their own subnet within Avalanche, but their games are also subnets within Avalanche. And they have been doing absolutely fantastic and forming a lot of meaningful partnerships with other big chains like Immutable and Polygon. And of course, Avalanche. So I think they're going to do very well. They're smaller out of the group I mentioned, around 2 billion market cap. I mean, they could easily do a 15, 20x this year. I think that's really possible. And by the end of this cycle, they could be an absolute beast of a chain, right? So that is another one to focus on. And let me just throw in an AI play for you guys. Fetch.ai, which is around the same market cap, they have probably one of the greatest they're probably one of the greatest performers of this cycle so far. They have broken through their previous high and continue to go higher. And that's because AI is so darn popular, so hot, and they are in that space, right? They are L1, but they have these AI agent that's supposed to be very, 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 very intelligent. That's supposed to make things a lot better, right? And if AI continues to blow up, just look at NVIDIA, look how hot they are. All the crypto projects that's related to AI will follow. So I think Fetch could do very well this cycle. And it's not just them, but there's like, Singularity and others that's in this space. I think they're going to do very well. So again, 10, 15, 20x, no problem. No problem. Could they end up being like $35 by the end of this year? Yeah, I think that can happen. And maybe they could go even higher, right? So these are just a few. But there's a lot more, right? So over time, of course, I'm going to keep covering this, especially once Bitcoin breaks through its previous high and we just keep on going and going and going and going. And then I know I can't skip out on some of the memes, okay? Because memes are absolutely killing it today. And I think they will continue to kill it because, you know why? Because retail wants to FOMO in. Retail loves memes. Retail loves to become overnight millionaires, even though that almost never happens. But you can make an obscene amount of money with them. Let's talk about some of these. That's been super, super hot. Doge, the oldest meme, the biggest meme. Okay, with a market cap of 27.8 billion. Billion with a B. Still up 24% today because people know they have that brand recognition. People are like, what should I buy? I remember Dogecoin. Let's go buy Doge, right? 24% today. That's amazing. They are waking up. Another one is Sheeb. Sheeb is just absolute craziness. Up 89% today. They were up like 100% today. I made an absolute killing with leveraging Sheeb today. But they are up to 25 billion, okay? 25 billion. Look at Doge, 27, 25. I did make this prediction before. I haven't said it recently, but I did say I think Sheeb is going to flip Doge. And it looks like that may be happening soon. They're only like 2 billion away. That's actually crazy. I didn't even realize how big Sheeb got. Okay, that may happen. Sheep does have a lot of utility. They have a layer 2. They have their own DEX. They have their own NFT. They're going to have their metaverse game soon. Okay? So, Sheep, absolutely crazy. Crazy on fire, and you know what? It could carry forward. Now, these are the ones from before. What about some of the new ones, right? Like Bonk. Bonk had a really good day, up 21%. Why did they have a good day? Because the other memes are pumping, and quite frankly, because Bonk is on Coinbase. Being on Coinbase has a huge advantage. Like people that want to FOMO and Pepe, they can't do it because it's not on Coinbase, right? So Coinbase, the Coinbase effect is real. You're going to see a lot of things exclusively on Coinbase that will be pumping, and then you don't see others pump because of that reason. But Bonk did absolutely fantastic today as well. And then you still have Pepe that did really good despite not being on Coinbase. But imagine if they were, right? They also went up 21% today. These are the biggest memes that we have, and they are absolutely killing it. Absolutely killing it, and I don't think they're going to stop anytime soon. And there's so many others. They're much smaller that I cover periodically. Some are really stupid. Some actually have good potential. So, that's it. That's it. Today or tomorrow, we will get a new all-time high, and then all hell breaks loose, and FOMO will carry the market into unknown territory, and then we're all going to have a better time than we're having now. All right, let's do some Q&A. Oh man, I'm sweating. I am sweating from, it's a nice stream, and from my portfolio. My friend brought over this Jack Daniel's cherry lemonade. And this thing is addictive because when you drink this, it tastes exactly like cherry juice. You don't taste the alcohol at all. And then it just like you get really buzzed from it really quickly. All right. Let me scroll up. Dan Z-Way. What's your thoughts on Cody? I don't really have any big thoughts on Cody. Not one of my favorite projects. So that's kind of it. Nate451 asked about Pepe on Sol. Not gonna look at that. I hate copycat projects on a different chain. Crypto Creme, a huge super chat. Proud to say on this day and all days leading up to Bitcoin all-time high, we're all George. Thank you. Peace and blessings to you and this great community. This is awesome. Cheers, and let's keep this party going. We will. This party is not going to stop anytime soon, I'll tell you that. Jeff Warden gifted 10 memberships earlier today. And then there's a few others. I don't know if I missed it, but I appreciate all the super chats. Greg is asking, what are your setting your stop losses at? And if you're not using stop losses, what percentage you cut your losses? You know, it varies. It depends on how I'm feeling, and I'm, like measuring the momentum of these coins. Sometimes you could tell when a coin has momentum and it dumped down just because it went up too much, right? And in those instances, it's going to bounce back up. So those, I don't usually set a stop loss. I usually don't set a stop loss until I'm going to sleep. But even then, I make a judgment call. Do I want to keep the stop loss open, or should I just cancel? So, Greg, I kind of have my own system, but momentum is a huge thing. Like today, I noticed I shifted, right? Like Sheeb having absolutely huge. I had a Pepe and Sheeb, leverage open. I made a good amount of Pepe, but then Sheeb is just absolutely killing it. So I put a lot into Sheeb and made a tremendous amount of money into it. I still have a tap bid here. I added more. So like you could tell, like my SHIB right here, it was up 1,000%, and then I added more and it came down a little bit, but still, I have a profit of 40,500, which is insane. And the 17,000 profit on Bitcoin. Overall net unrealized P&L, 57,000 profit. And that was at 70,000 when we were a little bit higher too. And that's not including some of the others that I closed today, right? So sometimes like you just got to measure momentum. And I don't have a stop loss set on this because I just don't think Shiba's going to fall that much, but I may close it out tonight, you know? So you kind of got to like measure it. Man, I'm missing a lot of super chats here. Hold on, I'm trying to catch up here. Do you think Let Me Know Sol will hit 3K next year? I think if it hits 1,000 this year, it could certainly hit 3K next year. Good chance. 2K, 3K, around there. Chris says, imagine a bullishness once GBTC starts having inflows versus outflows. Yes. And again, I don't know why people are selling right now. It makes no sense. Unless they're forced to, like Genesis. They have to. What do you think about Loca, Liquidity? Not familiar with those. Stacks prediction. Stacks actually have been surprising because they have been following Bitcoin neck and neck. But recently they started stumbling a little bit. Not sure why. Most people into Stacks, maybe they just flipped to Bitcoin. But I think Stacks is going to have a great future. You know, by the end of this cycle, $30, $50, I think that's very doable. Injective, very good. Probably 300-400 by the end of this cycle. No, 300-400 by the end of this year. Yoga frequency. Based on previous cycles, the bull market goes for about 300 days once we break all-time high. This means the top will be January 2025. Your thoughts? It's pretty close. I say it's somewhere around there. October, November, December, January of 2025. History doesn't always repeat. It tends to rhyme. And that sounds pretty good. Is there anything wrong with Saylor as a project? They were rebranding or something. They're L1. I think they're rebranding. So I don't know if they became an L2 or something for Ethereum. I don't remember. D card, Sean asks, very small project. Decentral card. Expect more from a Telegram bot. Book a flight, book a Uber, blah, blah, blah. Not something I'll ever do from Telegram. To be honest, I don't get this whole hype about Telegram bots. I like Telegram as a chat. I'm not going to go on Telegram and say, book me an Uber. I just don't trust it enough. Like, I wouldn't want to give it all my information. So, it's not a copycat. It's first Pepe on Sol. Just using the name Pepe means it's a copycat. Ralph, 10K in the chat. I did. Kind of expected more, but we didn't break into all-time high, but it's still early. By tonight, we can still do it. What will it take for Coinbase to list Pepe? I don't know. You have to ask Coinbase that. I have no idea. They should have listed them already, but I'm not sure why. WIF is another one that should be listed. They're above $1 billion. So, Coinbase may make a surprising announcement and list Pepe and WIF at the same time. Why is the XRP and Cardano kind of the same problem when you expect them to move up? Well, the two are very different. So you can't say the same thing, like why they're... You can't categorize them in the same bucket, I guess. XRP is not going to move up significantly until their lawsuit is settled. Cardano is just Cardano. I mean, that's just how it is. Man, look at Sheep. Up 100. Did it just pump again? No, okay. Yeah. It went down to 83%. That's crazy. That is crazy. Cardano has just always been traditionally boring. You know, you got to give it time. A lot of these big caps didn't move today, right? Again, remember what I said about Bitcoin. This is why you need to have Bitcoin in your portfolio. When Bitcoin pumps up too much, it actually sucks the liquidity out of the alts. And that's what happened today. A lot of these alts actually went in the red because of how much Bitcoin pumped. I've said that before. That's why you don't want to go too heavy or only alts in your portfolio, because days like today will feel painful. Love your show. Would you like to have you on my show soon? Stock up with Larry Jones. Maybe. Maybe. Email me and then we could talk about it. Let's see. Which one do you suggest, Fed or AGIX? I like Fed a little more, Fetch.ai, but AGIX is a beast too. You really can't go wrong with either. You really can't go wrong with either. Oh, we're building that momentum again. Come on. It would be absolutely insane if we crack 69,000 during this stream. Tone Lee, I bought myself a big gift today, and I'm going to reveal it tomorrow. Just an impulse buy. It's something I wanted for a long time, and I finally found one that I like. So I'll reveal it tomorrow on Twitter. When you say something with 10x, are you starting to bear low or start a bull price? I mean from today's price, not from its all-time low price. So yes, when I say like Solana's going to do a 10x, I mean it goes from $130 to $1,300. ADA topped this cycle. You know what, Cardano, their previous high was like $4. I think they could break that. I think they could see like a $8, $10 high this cycle. As slow moving as they are, they will catch fire. Towards the end of the cycle, everything will catch fire. I think Cardano can up like $8 to $10. Will Bitcoin, hold on, it just refreshed here. Will Bitcoin, no. Someone asked, man, the super chat disappeared. There's too many coming in. Someone said, will Bitcoin hit 50,000 again? The way we are now, I don't know. Like, there's no indication why it would go down that much. The one who cares, holy shoot, we're only $10 away from breaking all-time high. No, we're now like $1,000, but still, we're very, 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 very close. Very close. Yes, that's how crazy it is. Ever look at D-Node or Soma? No, sorry. Just wanted to say thanks for all the alpha. You're welcome. Thanks for your support. Member of 10 months. What are your thoughts on Gala after intro of Gala swap? That doesn't make me more bullish. I don't even think they need Gala swap. Why do they need that, by the way? They're not at L1, although now they are, but they don't need to introduce that. I wish them well, and I think they will do well, no matter what. But there's some moves that's kind of a head scratcher. There was no need to introduce a new music token coin too. They could have used just Gala coin, like, and then a head scratcher, like. One of the founders owns more than 50% of the supply. That was in one of the lawsuits. That's a big turnoff, right? Like, there's a lot. Francis, okay, thank you. Any thoughts on Cummings meme on BSC? You know what? I'm sticking with Sol memes right now. Maybe ETH, but BSC memes, never seen them do well. ICP, I don't like Insane Clown Posse. What about Matic? It's going to do well. Did you buy more sheep last week? No, I just played my leverage plays, and they've been going crazy. I have another, I mean, besides this one is already doing well. I have another sheep leverage play on MEXC that's even bigger than this one. So, like, she made me a lot of money today. I'll just say that. A lot of money. Would you rather do a year in jail or trade all your crypto for gold? Of course, trade all my crypto for gold. I could then sell it back for crypto. What coins are you looking at buying over the next few months? You know, I have a pretty comprehensive portfolio that I share with you guys already. And including a lot of what I talked about today. So I don't know if I'm looking to add any new ones, just DCAing what I have. Atom and a possible bull market high, I'd say Atom, they're always held back, to be honest. Can they do a 10x at least? Yes. But if you were to ask me, can they do a 15x, 20x, 30x? Probably not. I think a 10x is possible. They're slower moving. They don't have the greatest token in economics. Jason, with all the excitement with BTC and memes pumping, when do you think the large caps will start moving? Any day. Any day. You'll see a rotation. But most of them really move in the end of the cycle. Do you increase leverage multiplier on long or you add to position? I do both. Sometimes I just increase the multiplier. Like I have my craziest trade on MEXC with Bitcoin. I started with a 45x. I changed it to 55x. Now I changed it to 60x. So sometimes I do that, and sometimes I add to it. Husky got rug pulled. My dollar disappeared. I don't know. I never paid attention. Is it time to sell memes to take profits? It would not be a bad idea. Okay, if you're up 100% with sheep, maybe you should take a little profit, right? It never hurts to take profit. Just remember that. Never hurts to take profit. Especially if you're leveraging, if you're first time, you don't have a lot of money to lose, lock in the gains. Start over. When you're trading, okay, not holding. If you're holding, you can hold memes throughout this whole cycle. No problem. They will continue to go up. But if you're trading, you don't want to be attached to them. You only want to just kind of day trade, close up things for the night, and then start over fresh tomorrow. Okay? That's if you're going to trade. So otherwise, if you're just holding, it's okay to keep holding. DRC coin, never heard of it, man. D-Race, it's a game? Sounds kind of familiar, actually. Illuvium, I've given up on them. Until they come out the final game, too hyped up. Horse racing game. Yes, someone asked me about this before. Haven't really paid attention to them. January. Thank you. Why AVAX memes getting no love? Will it trickle down? No, they got love. Cock went up today. Not the biggest pump, but they're still going up. 5%. That's not bad. It's not bad. They're not on Coinbase. Remember, Coinbase is a big deal. So they're not on Coinbase yet. If they get listed on Coinbase, it's gonna be huge. Raphael Esquire says, you are great. Thank you. You are too. Swap all my Litecoin to Sol when they're both at 70 because of you. Then got Bonk, now riding like crazy. Thanks, George. Lucy, congratulations. It sounds like you made all the right moves. Bonk, I said, will be absolutely a powerhouse in this bull run, and it started to show that. Sol is definitely a lot stronger than Litecoin. There's really no reason to hold Litecoin, so you did very well. Let's go today. Hey, George, been a long time. Long time watch, first time live. You should watch me more, man. Why, why long time watch? Oh, long time watcher. Okay. I thought you meant like you haven't watched me in a long time. Thank you. Thank you. Should I keep holding my cock? This depends on how much you love your cock. You think there will be a wick down before all-time high? You know what? It could happen. It could happen. Like right now, like today would actually be a really good day to do it. To drive down all the leverage, but not really happening. Maybe when we hit 70,000, we'll see a wick down. We saw that like a few days ago. But right now, there's so much FOMO and so much buying. It's tough. You know, you need an enormous amount of Bitcoin to cause that. And right now, no one wants to do that. Everyone is just buying and holding. Check out Dion Protocol. About to release an L1 blockchain powered by renewable energy. Also building a marketplace to buy and sell energy. Sounds like a lot of projects that were hot in 2021, like Power Ledger. Is it Power Ledger? And there was another one. They all died. They didn't die, but they just disappeared. No one cares about them. There's a few already. Even one that was backed by Wozniak. No one talks about it anymore. So yeah, renewable energy trading, stuff like that. Not gonna work. It's not gonna catch on. What project will have the most gains you think from now to the end of the cycle? Actually, top 3. I can't tell you that. Probably all memes, but I don't know which 3 memes, to be honest. Samson says, love my cock in you. I'm in a good mood. Me too. Let's go today. Thank you. I appreciate that. Raphael's new member. Thomas, appreciate that. You know, here, I could teach you guys something about catching momentum if you guys want to learn. So this is what I do here, okay? So this is my like tracker thing. And notice I put all the memes on here, like Sheeb, Pepe, Bonk, Floki, Whiff, and then I have Myro, and even Wen. Like, on a 15-minute scale, you look at this, right? Even without looking at the technicals, you look at this, there's no upward movement. You're just kind of slow bleeding. Over here, maybe a little bit. So you got to watch it, right? So then you move on to the next one, Myro going sideways. No real upwards movement. No like momentum. So both of these are horrible to leverage trade right now. If you go to Whiff, for example, kind of the same thing. You're starting to see a slow uptick. You see now you're saying, okay, maybe this has a chance to uptick upwards. You look at stochastic, it's going upwards. RSI is going up. This is just on a 15-minute time scale, by the way. Okay, potential. You look at Floki. Floki, not doing much, going sideways, so not a good play. You look at Bonk. Okay, Bonk is a little more interesting. There's a lot more up and downs. It's starting to come up. But still, you know, it might just top out and come back down again, right? Now you look at Pepe. Pepe looks very different. Pepe does have momentum. It's not going sideways. Even though it has up and down, it keeps forming ups, right? So Pepe is a good play. You just wait until stochastic goes down or RSI goes down. They could be a good play. But what is the best play right now? Sheeb. Sheeb, you could see, very different. You look at the difference between Sheeb and Bonk. You notice that difference? This is a 15-minute scale, right? Sheeb has all the momentum right now. They barely dipped, and they're all the way back. Stochastic is about to flip. RSI is still going up. Sheeb is the play right now, right? And then, you know, you start over tomorrow. You look at all of them, and you'll notice that, okay, today Sheeb is going sideways. Pepe is going up tomorrow. So that's what I mean by looking at the momentum. Like out of all the memes right now, the only leverage play I would play is Sheep, and it's the only one I have open right now. So that's a little insight into like how I'm doing it. So that's why I'm keeping my Sheep leverage open until that changes. Then I close it out, then move on to something else. But I mean, just look at that momentum. Today it's all Sheep. D-Race is good. Crown by thirds. Just has more attention because it's on Sol, not Ethereum. Directly linked to Kentucky Derby. I guess if you're into racing, horse racing, yeah, that would be good. Rags to riches, thanks for your advice. Best to you. Raphael, congratulations. A lot of people are going to make a lot of money with this bull run. You were my only motivation to keep buying crypto winter. You're welcome. You're welcome. Will Cock or Pepe ever be on Coinbase? I think Pepe has a better chance than Cock right now, but who knows? Once Coinbase starts listing Avalanche-based projects, then Cock will get listed for sure. Bitcoin's looking good. Bitcoin's looking good right now. This is the very first major dip on a 15-minute scale. I think it's going to break soon. Check out Trump meme coin. It's $10. You know what? I'm going to stay away from that. I'll stay away from that. Love the stream, George. I don't know how to say your name. Great way to start and end the day. I added your nightly stream to my calendar finally. Just hold on. Shout out to Saylor. Well, Saylor's not in the chat, but I appreciate that. DCA enjoyed a FOMO. Thoughts on NVIDIA stock? There's only like 2 stocks I would hold. No, okay. Outside of Bitcoin plays, so I would hold MicroStrategy and Coinbase and any of the Bitcoin ETFs. But outside of the Bitcoin plays, the only 2 stocks I would hold, NVIDIA and Microsoft. That's it. NVIDIA and Microsoft both will be carried by AI. Everyone else will be left in the dust. Where do you see your charts? They're just charts. I mean, just pull it up. Trading view. Trading view. Price prediction for VET. I think it could do a 10 to 15x. I think it can. Jay's like, I think Kulo needs a BBL to help pump it up. I don't know what BBL is. Something sexual, I'm assuming. When do you think when and Cock will breach MK? It could happen in a week. Depends on how much FOMO there is. But, you know, I think both. I'm not a big fan of when. I'm a big fan of Cock. I think Cock will breach 1 billion eventually in this cycle. They're 220 million, so they're not that far off. Any thoughts out of Mino? I just talked to Drew today, actually. He's waiting for all the private sellers to get out. Then he could launch the shop, which will be a big thing. Crypto Zombie, my portfolio was in the red while I was learning the markets. And DCA from year 2020. And now I'm in the green. Congratulations. Long time coming. That's 4 years since 2020. Look at pork, insanely bullish. I think I looked at that before. They're up quite a lot today. I wouldn't say they're insanely bullish because they were this high. Now they're just getting back to that high. But they did really well today. Do you think Kimball will do well? I like to think so. I like to think so. There's not that many Avalanche memes. So they're the second biggest. So they could certainly do well this cycle. Orchard and Helium. Orchard, I actually know some of the guys there. I just realized my camera's in the wrong place. Orchard is decentralized VPN, to be honest, not the most sexy thing. And it's a little slow. Helium, more bullish on, mostly because of their mobile network. Bonk of America. The symbol's too long. Do we count 69K as level resistance before mooning? Certainly. There's a lot of shorts that's placed right around there. Because that's the final stand. Afterwards, we're new high and no one knows what the hell's going to happen. The bears are not going to have anything to cling on to. ADA will make new all-time high this cycle. You know what? If ADA doesn't make a new all-time high this cycle, that'd be super embarrassing. Okay, I think it's going to happen. Brendan Holmes, appreciate that. All right, guys. Too bad. Too bad. We didn't get a new all-time high. Well, we will. It's either coming tonight or tomorrow. It's almost a lock. We are only, 700 points away? That will come in no time. In no time, all right? So, enjoy your gains, guys. There will be a lot more to come. Again, we went up so much, so fast. And it's looking fantastic. So, smash it a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow, usual time, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Take care.